Hello everybody. I was asked by a student if I could do some of the examples or some of the questions that you had for homework just to show you a little bit more about how to solve an equation. I know this stuff is pretty difficult, but being able to create equations from the words that you see on the paper is a really important skill in math. So I'll go through this question and I'll just tell you what I'm thinking about when I'm doing it, okay? So let's get started here. At a pet store that sells dogs and cats, there were several people. So right away, we know that there's some dogs and cats and that there are several people in the room. So here's a person, here's another person, here's another person. Whoops, that one is a bad person. Let me get rid of that person. Here's another person, and so on. And then here we have, there's a dog, and there's a cat. Okay, so it's dogs and there's cats in this store. Some of the people were customers and some of them were employees, but they were still just people. Didn't really matter if they were customers or they were employees. And there were also many dogs and cats. Okay, assuming that every person and every pet had as many legs as they should, if there were a total of 59 heads and 212 legs in the store, how many pets and how many people were there? Well, this little part right here is kind of important because the information that we're given is about how many heads and how many legs there were. So you have to think to yourself, okay, how many heads does a person have? Well, I hope a person has one head. And then how many legs does a person have? Well, every person, if they have as many as they're supposed to, they each have 2 legs. And they each have 1 head. All right, now for dogs and cats, though, they each have 1 head, and they each have 4 legs. All right, so there are a total of 59. So now we're going to take a look at how many pets and how many people were there in the store. So we're going to, if you take a look at these steps that you go through in order to solve a word problem, the first thing that you have to do is identify a variable. And that variable has to be just one of the things that you're trying to find. So I'm going to say let x be how many pets. So let x be the number of pets. Now what I have to do is I have to express how many people there are in terms of that number. Well, we know there are 59 heads in total. Now, if we had 7 pets, then we would have, so for an example, if we had 7 pets, we would have 59 minus 7 people, which would be 52. If we had 20 pets, then we would have 59 minus 20 people, which would be 39. Well, we don't know how many pets there are. We know there are X pets. So that means there must be 59 minus X people. There's always going to be a bit of information in a word problem that will help you express the other unknowns in terms of your original unknown. So therefore, 59 minus X is the number of people. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to use the information about the number of legs that we have. There are 212 legs. We know that each person has 2 legs and each pet has 4 legs. So then the total number of legs from people, so in this case I have 3 people drawn. The total number of legs of people is 6, or 3 people times 2, or let me actually write it this way, 2 times 3 people. Here I have 2 pets, so in this case it's 4 legs per pet times 2 pets, which would be a total number of 8 legs. So we have to find the total of legs from people, we have to take how many people we have and multiply that number by 2. Well, we know there are 59 minus X people, so we need to multiply that number by 2, or that expression by 2. This would be the legs from people. So how many legs there are, so the number of legs from the people. And if we add to that the total number of legs from the pets, so we know there are X pets. So we have X pets, and each pet has 4 legs. So this would be the total number of legs from pets. Those two things added together, when we take the total of the legs from the people and the total of the legs from the pets and add them together, we get the we should add up to 212 legs from here. Okay, so now we have an equation. I'm just going to go ahead and solve this. So 2 times 59, I think that's 118, minus, this is a bracket. Remember, whenever you're multiplying an expression by something, by a term, by a number, you always need to put that expression inside brackets to remind yourself to distribute that number out in front of the bracket through the entire bracket. So we have 118 minus 2x plus 4x, that equals 212. We have, leave our x's on the left, so that's a minus 2x plus 4x, and then put the 118 over to the other side, so that's 212 minus 118. And minus 2x plus 4x equals 2x. And 212 minus 118, I think, is 96. Nope, 90, oh gosh, my brain is mush right now. Let's do this, 212 minus 118, 94, sorry, my bad. You'd think I'd know that as a math teacher, right? Doesn't always work out that way. All right, so that equals 94. And now we divide both sides by 2, and you get that x equals whatever 94 divided by 2 is, and that is 47. Now remember, if we go back to here, we said that x is the number of pets. And now to get the number of people, we do 59 minus the number of pets, which is 47. And that answer is 12. So therefore, there are 47 pets and 12 people. Okay, I hope that helps. I'll do another example in another video.